Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be taking a look at my brand new Worldlawn 32-inch walk-behind mower that I bought for my little mowing side business. So this is a 32-inch deck with twin blades, and it is powered by a Honda GXV340, which is 11 horsepower. This is a belt-driven power assist mower. So there is a transmission down here that has 3 speeds that power these belts on the wheels here, and that's how these back wheels get power. And then you control those wheels with these levers and handbrakes right here on the handlebars, and that'll allow you to turn left and right. So this is like a semi-commercial mower. It's not like a super high-end. I needed something a little bit bigger than just my 21-inch HRN Honda, which was fine for the beginning, but I got a bunch of customers like overnight one day and decided I needed to spend a little money and upgrade the mower. So I'm still going to keep this Honda because it's great and it does everything that I ask it to, and it's good to get into tight spots. That combined with my Makita trimmer, which is on my shelf there, if you can just sort of barely see it, you know, take care of all the trimming and the edging. And then this will handle the bulk of the lawns that I do. So I also bought this new trailer, which is just a 5x8 utility trailer with a lift gate on the back so I can go up and down, because hauling around 2 mowers in the back of a pickup truck, either one of those, is kind of just difficult, and I didn't want to kill myself going in and out of the truck with some ramps. So I bought this trailer too. This is just a Big Tex 5x8 single axle trailer, nothing fancy. I bought this little toolbox at Harbor Freight to keep all my gear in when I'm out on the job. I also built this little dolly for me. It's got 3 casters on the bottom so that I can roll around the front of the trailer in my garage when it's parked. So like just now, I just cleared the garage out of the other truck and just maneuvered the trailer into position so that I could get this guy off. And then, yeah, so anyways, back to the new Worldlawn. So like I said, this is a Honda motor. I like that. It's a Honda. It's powerful. It's good. It does the trick. I bought this little Hourmeter on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description because this mower does not have an hour meter anywhere, but I wanted to know how often to change the oil, how often to change the blades or whatever, other miscellaneous maintenance, things like that. Plus, it's good for resale. I put this on when it was brand new, so you can see right there, there's 3 hours and 9 minutes on this engine. That's the time. It's a 24-hour clock. And then this is a customizable setting that you can change for the first or second or third or whatever maintenance interval that you want. So I had it set at 20, and it's counting down. And when it gets to 0, that's when I need to change the oil for the first time on this motor. Kind of neat. So that was like 20 bucks. I thought it was a good investment for, you know, something like this. The way you change the deck height is with these pins on the side. There's 6 settings for the deck, from 1.5 inch to 4 inch, and you just set the pins where you want it, and each hole corresponds to a different deck height. So obviously there's 2 here, and then there's 1 there, and 1 more over there, and you just set them all to the same height, and then you can mow at that height. Now there also is a little locking mechanism here on both sides that allows you to lock the deck into place using these little handlebars. So I just lift it just like that and it lowers. It's going to come on the other side here, lift it and it lowers, and then that's what I have it currently set at, which I think is a 2.5 inch height. But when you want to change that, you just lift the deck back up, latch these little hooks, and then change all 4 pins, and you're back in business, ready to go. So the front has casters, which is great. You don't have to pick the front of the mower up off the ground to turn. It's very easy to turn, you know, just like a 0-turn or other types of mowers with casters on the front. It's got this big rubber, heavy-duty rubber discharge chute here on the side that you can flip up to get through some tighter gates. And I'm actually going to be putting a mulching kit on this because some of the lawns that I do are relatively small, and I don't want to be shooting clippings into mulch beds and into neighbors' yards and into flower beds and things like that. So I just figured put the mulching kit on it, chop up the grass a little better, and everyone will be happy. There's a little access panel here. I'm not going to open it up, but you can access it here to get to the belts underneath. There's also 2 access panels here on the side. You just remove these 2 little screws, and you get to the belts as well on both sides. So easy maintenance all around. It's got a, I think, 1 gallon or 1.5 gallon tank here for gas. Let's move up to the control panels here. On the front of the mower, we've got 2 big levers. There's this red lever here and this black lever here. This black lever is the speed of the power assist transmission. So all the way back is in neutral, and then there's 1, 2, and 3, and that's just how fast the mower is going to self-propel itself. I typically mow on a 2, maybe on some bigger, longer straightaways, I'll kick it up to 3 for a little bit, but 2 seems to be like the perfect balance of speed and controllability of the machine. On some bumpier lawns, I need to kick it down into 1 to have better control of the mower, but 2 seems to do the trick. This red lever is the blade engagement lever. So you just flip that down, the blades turn on, and you get to working. Oops, that's the trailer. So then coming to the back here, there's the throttle. There's, you know, all the way down is low throttle, all the way up is high throttle, and then all the way up is the choke. So when you're starting it for the first time after it's been sitting for a long time, a couple hours, overnight, whatever, I put it all the way up, and then I pull on the pull starter, and it fires right up. If it's been running and you're just shutting it off intermittently in between jobs or whatever, I just kind of put it midway, and so far it'll fire up pretty easily for me. And then to shut it off completely, you just put the throttle all the way down, and it'll eventually just die. So on the side here, it does come equipped with a fuel filter that can be changed out as needed. There's also a fuel shutoff valve right here, and the air cleaner is right here, real easy to get to, right behind that. And then the belt service is pretty easy. You just take off these 2 bolts. There's a bolt here, and then there's a bolt on the back, and then this cover comes off, and then you can get to the belts, which are right behind there, that powers the wheels. So if you ever need to replace those as well. I'm pretty pleased with this mower so far. It does everything I need it to, and it's a good step up from my little 21-inch, like I said. I did the math, and it should pay for itself within just a couple of months, which is great. With these handlebars, there's the controls on the back here. So this is a safety lever that basically, if you have either of these engaged, the blade engagement turned on, or if it's in gear and you let go of either side here, well, the whole thing will kill itself. It's a safety switch so that it doesn't just run away on you. So that's a nice feature. Then underneath on both sides are these handbrakes that connect down to the wheels, and that's how you control your turning left and right. So when both brakes are out all the way, you're not touching them, the mower is going to drive straight. Let's say I wanted to turn left. I pull this handlebar brake, and this linkage goes all the way down to a set of like calipers that lock onto like a drum almost, and that wheel sort of locks up, and you can kind of feather it in and out. So you can do a hard turn, or you could do like just slow it down or whatever, and the mower will turn left. Same thing with going right. If I wanted to turn right, I squeeze this in, the linkage goes down to the brake, and it pivots on that wheel. Then also, if you pull them both in at the same time, you can stop the machine. This is the parking brake, which locks that lever in place, just like that, up. Squeeze that lever and lock this guy in place. And then to release the park brake, you just release the brake like that, and then it's off. Same thing on this side. Pull the brake and release, and you're back in business. And then there's details of how that goes all right there on there as well, and all the standard warnings that you would see on a mower. So I'm going to be putting a mulching kit on this mower, and I've got it over here. I ordered it online and it just came today, so I'm going to get it installed. So it's got these new blades. These are mulching blades, and you can see on the back it's got these extra little like cutouts, and each one of these is relatively sharp. So when these are spinning, it'll just mulch up the grass clippings even more, and they'll just fall and stay where they're at. Instead of with the blades that are on this machine right now, it just cuts it once and blows it out that discharge chute. So on lawns with taller grass, there's tons and tons of clippings coming out, and it just creates a mess. It creates more work. I have to go back over and chop them up again, you know, and then even blow them out of mulch beds and things like that, like I explained earlier. This, you'll just go over it once. These blades will spin and chop it up several times while it's going, because these are going super fast underneath there. And it just creates smaller clippings, less cleanup. I'm not in the position where I'm going to start collecting clippings on customer lawns. There is a a collection kit that you can buy for this. It's a couple $100. So we got the blades. We've got the panel on the side, which is going to go right there. We're going to take that discharge chute off, and this will go in its place. And then this goes up underneath, and it just kind of creates like two individual mulching areas for the blades to just really mulch up all the clippings that are in that area. And it came with all the hardware, a couple of bolts, and some washers, and some nuts and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do now with this mower. Well, apparently I ordered the wrong mulch kit for this mower. My mower is a WY32X, whereas this mulch kit that I bought is for a WY32. So the cover fits, and that's about it. This divider does not fit underneath. These two front holes lined up, but the back hole didn't line up. There needs to be like a cutout in this section here to allow it to fit underneath the deck. And then actually I measured these blades. These blades are 1/4 of an inch shorter than the blades that were on the deck before. So I goofed. Anyways, so that's going to be the end of this video. I just wanted to introduce this mower and maybe get a little work done on it, but I will make a separate video doing the mulch kit when it does arrive. I guess it wasn't a full loss because I got underneath there and I cleaned off all this grass from the couple times that I've used it so far. At least it's cleaned up. So anyways, stay tuned for more videos. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Love it if you subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Later.